Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I am not fucking with you. Coffee's for closers only. Closers only. Coffee's for closers only.
Bing bang.
Welcome to another Coffee Friday. I don't even know what number this is. Do you guys?
14.
Coffee Friday 14, baby. My name's Will DeFries. In the studio with me, my absolute boy, Dave Ruff.
No. My numbers don't reflect that, Randy. What he said, I think, is incorrect. I've got Coffee Friday number 79. Just saying, we've done a lot of these. I don't know who's keeping track here. Hey, really looking forward to the show. Can you edit that original part out, Randy?
Yeah, edit this stuff out.
Actually, no, this is live, so we can't edit it out.
Who are these young ladies that have been hitting the TL? And,
They're tennis wags. I think it's tonight or tomorrow. It's like the first All USA men's semifinal in a while.
Tiafo.
And as I could be wrong. I think the one in the white is dating Taylor Fritz. I'm not really sure.
The Fritz man?
Fritz man, dude. Fritzy. Dylan Shivery.
I was going to talk about how the humidity is going to lift this weekend. I'm really going to come alive. But, Randy, I'm sorry. I want to pop that thing on your head so bad. It's staring at me.
Such an
Come
asshole.
on,
move.
dude.
What a weird thing to do live.
wanna
Come
go
on.
I'm sorry.
We're going to go live to 1 million people, and you're going to talk about that?
It's
kind of-
ready.
yeah,
It's
that's-
so ready. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's not how we need to start this thing.
That might be the first time you've crossed the line.
Yeah.
That's not a line cross.
No, that's a
it
line
is.
cross.
We all get pimples. I get them.
I'm a classic. The second I have it, I try to get that thing popped.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I know you're not supposed to do that, but
I don't
like
care.
I'm not even thinking about it.
I go straight in. I'm sorry, Randy. You look very.
Apology next episode.
You
Go
look
over
very
and pop
handsome.
it. Go pop it on Dylan.
You look very handsome, as always.
Dave? What's in that cup of yours?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
This is actually just straight bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were like that.
Yeah, this is Noah's Mills. I've been in on this stuff. Willet Distillery. It's kind of my new thing.
That's frat.
This is
It
filled-
bites a little bit, but it's got like a nice candy aftertaste.
This is filled with Irish coffee.
Why are you guys drinking? It's literally 10:06 a.m.
It's Coffee Friday.
I have a drinking problem.
Avery Tomasco said Saturday afternoon, Central Texas will feel like an entirely different planet with the humidity dropping.
Dude, I'm so ready.
Look, I'm an Avery Tomasco guy. That's my go-to weather guy here in town. It's just not going to feel like a different planet.
I will.
Now this is big weather to a T. Have you ever seen something more big weather than saying that we're going to be on an entirely different planet on Saturday afternoon? I bet I'm sweating outside on Saturday
That
afternoon.
first fall front, it lifts the humidity and is sneaky one of the best things about the fall.
Right, but there's plenty of places on this planet that feel like that currently.
No, there's not.
I don't know.
It's going to be like, wow, where am I?
I guess I can't really say because I've never been to another planet.
It's true.
Yeah.
Except for the one time I let Will make bud brownies in college, and he made the butter, and he put way too much weed in it. And I didn't know, and I ate like 4 of them, and then Betty Boop jumped off the wall and
What
ran
planet
around
were
the
you
bed.
on?
Hard to say.
When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, a
bourbon
friend of
biting.
mine brought me some butter that was infused with marijuana, and I thought I was supposed to use all the butter,
Don't do it.
and so I used all the butter and put it on some mashed potatoes for a player.
Fuck yeah.
It ruined the next 36 hours of my life.
Wait, how many brownies did you have, Dave?
Actual brownies?
Did you say 4?
I don't know, but
Holy shit.
I did have more, and I wasn't a weed guy, and I didn't really. Nobody told. We weren't prepared for it. They weren't like, "Hey, be careful because you're eating this." You know, not only is it homemade, but it's you're eating it, so it's going to hit you different. I didn't know that.
I've gotten reality becomes cartoony high once before, and it was shocking.
That was a hallucination. That's the only time I've full on hallucinated.
I had
just
to
the
ask.
weed.
I had to ask my mom to sit down with me and watch a presidential debate with me because I was like freaking out so bad.
What
Really?
year?
I don't know.
2004.
You watched a presidential high? Why would you do that? Presidential debate?
You got to watch the presidential debate. Come on.
That'd be very
Wait,
existential
did
to
she
me.
know you were?
No, I didn't tell her. I think she thought I was just like on the painkillers they gave me. But my biggest concern was getting dry sockets because you know how you get cotton mouth? So I thought I was going to get dry sockets and have to go in and get like stuff done. And so I was just like in a bad place for so long.
Yeah, that I think I've told the story. That one affected me for a long time. For probably at least 2 years, if I smelled weed, my body would have like a visceral reaction. And I would get adrenaline and like almost panic attack. It was very bad.
Dylan doesn't, he wouldn't do that because the sugar in the brownies is just simply too much.
Yeah, the sugars, it's not worth it. The juice isn't worth the squeeze for me.
Will, what are you seeing here on my screen?
It looks like it. I've been informed that the Rizzler is related to the Costco guys. Mm-hmm. I still am not positive that he is, but it looks like they're like, are they about to break down a wall with them?
This is when they use the Rizzler as a battering ram.
At Sally Slices.
Oh,
Yeah, to
okay.
save Sally Slices to defeat the mafiosos.
I was hoping we would get some more Costco guys content during this episode.
There's some big news about our boy Timone.
Dude, I know.
Let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening. If you want to go to Timone's profile, he posted a reel about 40 minutes ago, and he officially has braids. It appears as though he has gone on spring break in Mexico.
Pretty sick, if you ask me.
I don't see any sunburns in the parts of his hair, but it doesn't seem ideal either way.
He's kind of good looking.
Yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, and he's jacked.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I just don't know if he needed the braids.
I'm not going to act up, but I could see how I might act
Yeah.
up.
Bro, let's go out.
Can I say something about Timone? What's with dudes on Twitter like quote tweeting like a good-looking girl and being like, "Can I say something?" Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, we get it. She's hot.
Yeah,
So
like, I
we
don't-
were all thinking the same thing.
Yeah, like
Oh, those are braids. I'll throw this up for the folks at home.
I wasn't kidding around, dude. He's got a crazy event this weekend, and he is showing up absolutely flossing to it.
He doesn't go to the crazy.
Did he
events,
need
though.
the extensions? Like he has long enough braids with his normal hair. I just don't know if he needed the extensions.
Bro, let's stay in this weekend.
What happened? What happens if this dude shows up as a bombshell on Love Island just with the braids?
I don't know if he's gonna be really sought after with that look.
I don't know.
Or maybe he is. He's an edgy guy with big muscles and tats who just stays in on the weekend.
Is he okay? I'm trying to think of what level of appropriation we're at here. This
Yeah,
isn't the final boss.
I wasn't gonna go there,
Yeah.
but someone might have a problem with it.
Yeah. I think he could be doing worse, but I also don't think that he's putting himself in a position to defend himself well.
He's appropriating Texas State sorority girls like circa like 2004, 2000 through 2008 because I had a number in my class that would go to like Cancun or Cabo and come back with that. One that we both know actually.
Really?
Yeah, we'll talk off mic.
Can't wait.
I might just grow the mullet out and get braids.
A braided mullet. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen that.
A brulette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hey, by
right,
the way,
Stan.
we can see your comments, by the way. Randy has displayed them on the screen in front of us, so we see everything you're saying.
It's a
good
little
enough-
distracting, but I kind of love it.
Y'all ever been to
comments
Jamaica?
Are good enough.
No.
We'll talk about them.
I'd go to Jamaica.
Of course, I would go to Jamaica. Closest place I've been is the Bahamas. Cultural wise.
I went to the Virgin Islands, which I heard they named after you.
Hey, I went there and everybody knew you.
I have
no,
a
it's
son.
not nice.
I've had
Confirmed.
sex exactly one time and got a son out of it. It was great.
I have a absolute glugger right now
What's in there?
of Busy Cold Brew, Bizzy.
Oh,
You guys freak with this stuff?
I don't know about
Pretty
it.
good. They sell it at HEB. It's the largest container of cold brew you can buy from them. I did something weird earlier. I went to go top myself off with some more cold brew.
You can do that?
And don't be gross. And I accidentally just grabbed the milk out of the fridge and just filled like a bunch with milk. So it's extra milky today for all my beta males out there.
Devin's got a good point.
That's not triggering your gluten.
Nah, Devin doesn't have a good point.
Devin has a good point. Dylan has motion today, he said.
You don't.
Are you serious?
What's that T-shirt? You get that from Micah?
That's a tiny T. We've talked about this before.
This is a tiny tee.
It's a tiny T. I mean, it's a
The
short.
sleeves are a little short, but it's not a tiny tee. It,
Okay.
it fits.
Okay. I'm going to rip the pocket off that later.
Please don't do that.
Why?
One of the funnier things you could do.
Dude, I told you about the time I did it to a kid in high school.
That's fucked up.
It was an undershirt, to be fair. It was baseball. We were in the weight room. And I was just giving him a hard time. And I said, say I won't. And I put my fingers inside his pocket. And he goes, you won't. And I ripped it. And it ripped the whole, not just the pocket, the whole shirt, like almost in two.
Did you buy him a new one?
I said, man, I'm really sorry. Like, you probably want to punch me right now. He didn't. He took it pretty well, but I felt terrible about it. It was an undershirt. It wasn't.
I feel like you didn't feel bad. High school, you didn't.
I legitimately felt bad.
Did you feel more bad?
I want to go find this guy and shake his hand and be like, dude, I'm really sorry Dylan did that to you.
No, he was younger than me too. It was a whole thing.
One of the best fights I've seen in high school, was over an undershirt. Weightlifting class, guy got there and didn't bring like a workout shirt, so he went into his friend's acquaintance's locker and got his undershirt and used it. And the guy got to class late and saw that he was using it. Next thing you know, they got into a huge fight. And it ended with Coach Anderson, shout out to him, winner of the Cal Patty Classic at least 4 times, tackling the bigger dude and holding him down. And while he was like trying to break it up, the guy just got like 3 or 4 free licks in. So it ended up being like horrible that the coach got involved.
That's not good.
Not good at all.
I was at a baseball game recently, and this dude in the row in front of me was trying to fight me. And I started going like this to him.
Yeah.
And I was just dodging.
Yeah.
You look good for a minute.
And then what happened?
He pieced me up.
Yeah, he
absolutely pieced me.
Is that why your shirt was covered in blood that day?
Yeah. I was hoping you guys would think it was tie-dye and I was at a dead show.
What do you blame that loss on? Was it the fact that like you decided to throw 0 punches?
Yeah.
What was that guy doing? Like... Dude, he was just eating.
Yeah.
He was just eating punches.
It's so cocky to enter fisticuffs with someone and simply throw 0 punches and just be like, no, I'm going to Muhammad Ali this guy and tire him out.
He didn't even try to block him. He was just taking them.
You could do that when there's someone who's about to break it up and you know it. But when you're kind of there at the game and you know, like, no, this is going to go on for at least 3 minutes, you got to throw some kind of defense.
The most embarrassing thing the guy did was give up the higher ground and lose. Like, losing when you're a row up is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
He set back higher ground for like many, many years.
High ground, you have no excuses, man.
No.
Unless you're like, well, I didn't throw a single punch. That's why I didn't beat him up. Like, that's a decent excuse. Like, why are you doing that?
This episode doesn't end until my bing bong is gone. Randy, can you set up like an AI thing that shows the level of my coffee live for everybody? It's at like 96% right now.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
I saw a villa in Lake Como, Randy, where they filmed Star Wars.
there's like a popular meme of guys taking their girls to like scenic places in Star Wars. like she thinks that we're going on a romantic trip. The real reason we're here. And it's like a picture of definitely from a scene from Star Wars.
The tour guide told us, he was like, yeah, no, a bunch of movies have been filmed here. He's like, James Bond. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then he goes, Star Wars. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. Like why does Star Wars need a baller lake?
It was because that's when Anakin was falling in love with Padme and turning to the dark side. I get it. I turned to the dark side for Natalie Portman.
Pretty pivotal in the
I always just say, Princess Leia, where are you tonight?
Okay. And who's laying there by your side?
It's a Blink-182 reference, Dylan.
You understand that, right?
You want to borrow my Dude Ranch CD?
You didn't have to point that out. I already knew that. Thank you, Cheyenne, for the compliment. I agree.
For those of you unaware, Coffee Fridays, no rundown, just vibes. But we do have a friend that we want to talk about today. Can we hear from our friends over at Squarespace?
Yeah.
Today's episode is sponsored by Squarespace. We love Squarespace. It's the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. The second you sign up for a little trial on Squarespace, you can just see how nice it is. It's so easy to manipulate the website and make it look exactly how you want. They got a million different templates. Pretty much every font they offer makes sure that your website has absolute drip.
We did a Squarespace read while you were out of town, and I said it's a real shame that Will's not here to do this. He's their #1 fan. He's been using them longer than I think anybody.
I'll be honest, like whenever people talk about building a website, I just look at them and I'm like, they're like, yeah, I got to go hire someone to like get a website for this. And I'm like, just go to Squarespace.
Just
like,
go to Squarespace.
Go to Squarespace. You can build a website. You can build your audience on it. You can save all the emails from your audience. You can collect emails, send out emails to everybody. You can blog on it. You can host, you can put your podcast up on there if you want to. You can do everything on there. It's a beautiful, beautiful service, and they just make everything easy. Head over to squarespace.com, try your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, Go to squarespace.com/steam to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I ride for Squarespace because they ride for us. I've been using it for over 10 years. I love it.
Jordan Wells.
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
That's going on.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened, Jordan.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Brett famously is a grind boy, which like you can't get mad at your sales guy for being an absolute grinder. But when you request to not have ads on Labor Day and then you have to make up for it on Friday, it doesn't really feel the same.
Yeah, to be fair, a few weeks ago, I don't even think you guys were in the office. He goes, "Can we make up an episode like the week of Labor Day? Because we have extra ads." I was like, you know what? Yeah. So he did at least run it past me, and only me. But that is exactly what happened.
I think the issue is that in the 2023 calendar, we put in big bold, do not sell ads on these days. And I don't think that was the case for the 2024
But like before I left, someone made a joke about Labor Day, and then Brett was like, "Wait, are we coming in on Labor Day?" And I was like, "No, we're
one comes
not
in on Labor Day.
It's called Labor Day, dude.
It's kind of the thing.
Like it's one of the 2 days that isn't like Christmas or Thanksgiving, where like we just straight up don't come in because we're normal.
Also, Will's in Italy.
Va bene,
Sure. He was clearly in Italy.
prego.
Wasn't a joke.
I played my Za card last night.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was kind of a reckless decision. We got the Via 313 normal pizza, like not Detroit style.
Okay.
It's like
Why?
a tavern style, right?
Why would you do that?
Because my son, I don't think his mouth can fit over the pieces of Detroit style.
Yeah.
I don't think 3-year-olds vibe with Detroit style pizza that much.
Fair. Their sauce is pretty spicy too, and I know that because my son doesn't like spice too much, so he's not a big Via guy.
Okay.
Just wanted to point that out.
And why do Via when you could, it's got all the baggage when you could just go to Jets?
Well, okay. Sally last night was like going to get it from Domino's, just get thin crust Domino's for the Fritz man. And I was fine with that. Like, I'm not a Domino's guy. I'm more of a Pizza Hut guy. Everyone knows that. And I said I wanted red onion on the pizza. And because Domino's doesn't offer red onion on pizzas, they just do white onion? Is that weird?
I don't know.
I don't really, my palate doesn't really care either way.
That's the standard. I don't think I've ever seen red onion.
Red onion on pizza is so far superior to white onion on pizza. If anyone wants to fight about this, I would love to. But
Man, I would love to get into like a food argument that gets way too tense.
hey, Dylan, is
But
chili a soup?
I don't really have like a take.
No.
I'm not against red onion. I want to get out in front
See,
of it.
the best way to do red onion is to have it as thinly sliced as possible. You get that mandolin out.
This is the way.
You can see through it.
The mandolin.
It doesn't look like that burger on Twitter that shows up at like every week that looks like Steve Harvey.
Okay.
You seen that one?
I have.
It's a cheeseburger that looks like Steve Harvey.
Since we're roasting Brett, when Brett does that, does he get out his mandolin?
It's good. It's good.
We're having fun here, folks. We're live. By the way, if you like live comedy, check me out. I'll be at the Fun Factory next week. 2 dates opening up for Matt Rife.
You're really big on this Matt Rife opening.
Is the Fun Factory
he's
an
huge
actual
right now.
place?
It should be.
It probably is. If it was an actual place, I was going to say, a lot of comedy clubs for someone who allegedly does not do drop-ins, like open mic nights.
That's what they call my garage, the Fun Factory. Go in there, there's a bunch of shit, some boxes we need to break down and recycle.
Just
but
fun
then
shit to do.
There's a TV, service suspect, Coleman cooler you can sit on. It's great.
I've been there. Help build the grill.
You did.
Can I say something?
This is a podcast that
Say it
you're
right.
one of the hosts, so yeah.
Now you have to interject. There you go.
We're here so you can talk. Let's hear it.
I want it to be known that I'm a ball knower.
Wow, okay.
Yesterday
Oh, yes,
on Dylan's Trackhouse live stream, I said Xavier Worthy, start the man. He's getting 2 tutties.
So surely Dave started him, right?
Obviously, you would think that
since-
Dave started him.
Since friend and ball knower Will DeFree said, hey, he's going to get 2 tuds.
People don't like that I know ball, but I know ball, you know?
Look, ultimately it was my decision.
So how many points did he get you?
The buck stops here. The friend of the show and a DraftKings contributor I'm adding him. Blakey Locks is like, Dave, here's why. And he gave me like some good reasoning, and I love good reasoning. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Did he pull like historical data?
Dude.
He gave me everything. He's like, this is why it's a bad matchup. Traditionally, the Ravens secondary, blah, blah, blah. I sat him. And on that reverse, his first touch of his career was so sick.
It was so sick.
I'm just watching it, and like as soon as he turned the corner, I knew. I was like, well, here's 6.
Yeah, he was.
And I was at that point, I was just hoping for it. I was like, yep, keep going.
That play was so sick. It was so well blocked.
So 2 of his 3 touches were touchdowns.
Yeah.
I did say he was going to go for 118 yards, so I guess I was incorrect about
It's not
that.
smart to just not cover him when he runs a route.
That's what we call busted coverage.
Completely busted. And he made him pay. Happy for him.
Can I be a co-owner? Do you guys have punishments in your leagues?
We have stuck with the loser caddies for the winner. We do it like a round of golf before every draft, and we've been doing that for the last like 3 years.
Okay.
That's one of ours, although you can get out of it by posting a no context shirtless selfie on Facebook. Make it your profile pic. You can't be like, I lost a bet. It's just you got to go on there, even if you haven't used Facebook in 10 years. You just got to go post it.
I mean,
And that was my idea. I got to say, and
It's a good idea.
Pretty proud of it because it just makes me laugh.
Has anyone done it?
No one's done it. The closest, I think, was noted New York Times best-selling author W.R. Baldwin.
like, what if your handicap's at a 10.1 and you're like desperate to get under 10, and you're like, okay, I'm going to post this mirror selfie because I don't know when I'm going to get on the course again. I think I'd do that.
Yeah, I don't think I would do it.
There's nothing worse, like worth that.
Because then you've got like fringe family, you know, you haven't seen in a long time, and they're like, "Did you see
Oh
Dave?"
shit, Dave's lost his mind.
Yeah, it's tough. Look at Croy Martini. Well, you did some good yesterday.
You talked to Croy into
Good.
getting some points.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm the new Matthew Berry. Come to me with your fantasy picks. I'm going to do what Big Cat does on Sunday mornings and ask people start sit-em advice.
Rest in peace, by the way,
Who? Big Cat.
Matthew Perry.
Oh, yep. A lot of stories about the ketamine queen.
Is that what they're calling him?
That's what they're calling the person who supplied the ketamine that killed him.
Ah,
Yeah.
just don't do ketamine in the hot tub.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Y'all hear about the Dumb Zone fantasy football punishment? Loser has to do a 5-minute set at Addison Improv.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up.
That's good.
That's good.
Shout out to my dumb fucks.
I'm trying to think who's built for that.
We did that once in my league. Before, loser had to do a 5-minute stand-up.
Like open mic?
Yeah. Travis Dalrymple,
He did it?
he did it.
I feel like he'd be good at it.
He
though.
did. He held his own.
Do you try to come up with a tight 5 beforehand?
Yeah.
And I feel like,
Oh, yeah.
well, I feel like that could stress you out more. If you just go up raw, it's like, well, all right, this is gonna be the worst 5 minutes of my life bombing, but like, at least I know I didn't put effort into it. Because what if like I spent, 20 hours putting together a tight 5, and then suddenly I get up there and it bombs and I'm like, oh, well,
No.
okay, this sucks.
People, I think the audience appreciates the effort.
You start working the crowd. if
You can't
start- if you
confront.
bomb.
You can't confront that it's a fantasy football punishment, though, right?
That should be one of the rules.
That should be, yeah. So I assume with Jake and Dan's deal, that's not an open mic. That's like they're getting, like if it's the Addison Improv, they're probably getting like a actual slot before like an opening act type deal. So that sounds awful, truly.
I didn't even know Addison Rae did improv.
Okay. Okay.
She's brat.
Unfortunately, when I saw Addison, the first thing I thought was Addison Rae too. I'm so TikTok coded.
Well, yeah, you are. How many followers you got on TikTok?
Like 8,000 something.
I thought you had like 9,400 or something.
No.
Go viral again.
Okay.
How do you get written up in all like Daily Mail and New York Times, all this stuff? You don't have over 10K?
Traditional
Are they not
media.
linking to your profile?
I don't know.
Are they not embedding?
It's the failing New York Times. They just guess they're suppressing me now.
I feel like the typical New York Times reader isn't just jumping over to TikTok and hitting you with that follow.
Yeah. They linked the Sunday Scaries page when I did the interview the other day, and I don't think there was a noticeable bump. Like it wasn't like, oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of noticeable bumps,
Come on, man.
you gonna call out Randy again?
Randy, I do feel a little
Levels.
bit bad about it.
It's so messed up.
It's not that messed
Randy probably looked in the mirror this morning and was like, all right, I can pop this, but like no one's gonna notice it. And if someone does notice it, they're not gonna be such a jerk that they call me out for it.
No, I actually thought that if there one person was going to do it live, it was going to be Dylan.
Yeah, that's
today.
true.
You did think that?
Do you have any dates this weekend?
Nope.
Okay.
Get one of those little patches that makes it disappear.
Have y'all seen the
overnight.
tool that you can use?
Oh, I used to have one.
Like
Love
the
to
little
see 'em live.
the
Yeah.
little circle?
Yeah, they work.
I don't like it, dude. That thing hurts.
Randy, I'm gonna give you the keys to the castle. And I didn't realize this till I was older. Warm. Okay, get a washcloth.
Yeah.
Go warm, hold it on there, moist and warm for a few minutes. Alternate, ice cold rag, hold it on there. Promise you.
Really?
Promise you.
Never
don't
heard that.
don't try to pop it. Definitely don't pick at it. Do that. If you do that for long enough, it'll be gone in a day. It'll still be a little red, but it won't be as bulbous.
You're still
Voluminous.
You're still scrumdiddlyumptious.
He's just trying to make up for it.
Yeah,
now.
you're really
Yeah.
trying and failing, man.
I gas you up all the time, Randy.
I've never heard him gas me up once.
I call you
once.
handsome all the time. He's a good-looking guy.
He does have a lot of HR violations regarding your backside.
Exactly. And then I report him to him, and then guess what?
They're
Nothing
on-
happens
they're-
because it's him.
They're currently under review. We'll get back to you soon.
When y'all were at BMW and I was just alone in the office, I did get a chuckle when I walked over and saw a sticky note on Dylan's desk from Randy that just said, HR complaint, Dylan has been objectifying my juicy ass.
Yeah, it's under review, like I said.
As a guy who struggled with skin issues in high school, man, that would devastate me.
Oh,
I
I
would have
was-
left the lunchroom.
I was pimply growing up, for sure.
I had him like right here on my nose or like down here. And then I didn't have it bad anywhere else, except I would get like, I didn't have back knee, but I would get zits on my back.
Oh, I had zits on my back.
Did you? One
Back
day
knee.
I was wearing a white T-shirt in like 8th grade, and I popped one like
No.
underneath it, and it bled. And
Yeah.
then like a girl called me out for it, and I was just like,
Leave me alone.
okay,
Sorry, I got stabbed.
yeah.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
a zit.
Sorry, you're calling out my gunshot wound.
The ones on your back, you could get those ones that were deep, and when you would go back and like you'd feel it, and it'd be like that.
Dude, I still get them.
The back ones,
Yeah.
those are killer, man.
I thought they'd go away when I turned 30, and here I am at 40, and I still
Y'all
got
gotta
You
stop
still got
washing your
high
face,
tea.
dude.
You still got high tea.
Hell yeah, Dave. Fuck yeah, dude.
Why are y'all washing your faces? You're just training your face to be dirty. Not me. I keep a layer of dirt on there. I never get zits.
It is crazy. You don't wash your face.
I've washed my face like once this year,
That's
and it's because I was at a hotel and they had like face wash in the shower, and I was like, well, I got time.
I'm an oily boy. I have to wash, man. Okay, Leo.
What?
I too struggle with skin flute issues.
Okay.
You get zits down there? That would stink.
Did you guys see the Chiefsaholic got sentenced?
No, what was it?
17 and a half years, armed robbery. Damn. I don't know. A lot of people are making jokes, but as somebody who struggled with Chiefsahol for many years, I just don't think it's funny.
Whose arms did he steal? Not Mahomes, right?
No, he still has both of them.
Luda's?
Chiefsaholic.
Dude, he was addicted to the Chiefs.
You think he got to follow the game last night?
He probably found out somehow.
Yeah.
They get internet in jail, right?
Are there prison fantasy leagues?
Dude, you got to think.
Yeah, it's different though.
But they trade cigarettes.
Yeah,
and shit.
you don't want that punishment.
You think he was in the hole, and like he had been out in days, and then all of a sudden he like something like slid under the door and it's like, Psst, hey, Chiefsaholic. He like slid it under and he looked and it just had the final score, and it like got him going. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, thank God.
Something to get him through the day.
Yeah, he's made that's a nice story, other than the 17 and a half years in prison.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Armed robbery.
He stole arms. He fucked with the wrong arms dealer, and they called the cops. They didn't realize that the
He
Russian
pulled a-
arms dealer he was robbing was a narc now.
He pulled a toolie out.
Taylor didn't step in?
I don't think she has the jurisdiction.
So she was going.
Taylor Swift can get someone out of jail.
She was going denim last night.
Kim Kardashian does that.
Are people talking about how Casey kind of brought denim back into the fold?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Taylor Swift looked phenomenal last night. I'll be bold enough to say it.
Okay, relax.
looked
dude.
phenomenal.
Relax. You know, she's not dressing for the male gaze, Dylan.
Maybe the hottest she's looked.
She's just going to a football game, trying to support her boyfriend.
Just one man's opinion.
Kind of getting to the time for old Trav here, about to be a year into this relationship, and you know how celebrity couples move pretty quickly.
Trav's new haircut, it's not doing it for him.
Are you kidding? I think he's never looked better.
No, it's not working.
I think he looks great.
He's got the low skin fade, and then the hair's just coming straight down. He looks like an idiot.
Their arrangement's about to come to an end. It doesn't matter.
You think the year contract is up?
Yeah.
I would believe that it was a somewhat manufactured relationship that turned into an actual relationship. It's either going to end this year, it's either going to be forever, or it's going to go down in flames.
I think it's true love.
All right.
That's good.
Well, it's not.
Gonna be forever.
You guys want to do a worst of story? It's a news story.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple worst of stories, but I'll be honest, I didn't think they were good enough to center an entire episode around. If you do have a worst of story, send it to worstof@washmedia.com. If it's college tailgate, like, we can approve that right away. If that comes across my desk, I'm stamping that with approval, and we are going. Oh yeah, thank you. Mickey Mendoza makes a good point. Mayor Morse put it best. If you like it, you should put a ring on it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mickey.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Been there. Love it.
It's where worst of stories begin most of the time. August 27th, a woman named Patricia Sierra,
Did she trip over a cactus leaving the hotel?
47 years old.
Speaking of,
She broke into the affordable cremation and burial funeral home on West Charleston Boulevard.
What could she possibly be doing?
Have you guys ever broken in anywhere while drunk?
No.
no.
There was this time I was filling my car up with gas and it was late at night, and the people who were closing the store forgot to lock up. And I walked in and no one was working in the convenience store. And I was like, man, I could really do some damage in here. But I left.
Do they have any taquitos rolling?
I took exactly one taquito and left.
Nice. Yeah, I had a similar thing, but it wasn't actually me. I had to commit some light vandalism to prevent something. It was outside of this place in New York City, Duncan's Toy Chest.
Okay.
And these guys, I got wind that they were going to go in there and they were going to bust the joint up.
Oh, my
you
God.
know? Steal all the money. And all that money that they made that night, Christmas Eve, was going to go to charity for kids, for the kids at the hospital, weirdly across the street.
Oh, my God. And they were going to steal it?
Yeah, these guys were bad dudes. These guys are sticky, the stickiest.
Fuck.
And just borderline wet. And I was waiting for them, and once they got in there, I got my camera, I snapped a pic, and then I had to throw a brick through the window and set off the alarms. So no, to answer your question, no, but
You prevented something.
in a way, yes.
That's a good deed, man.
Correct.
I have a similar story. I actually drove my car through the front of a storefront, but my car was the shape of a hot dog, and we were in like, there was all this like nice clothing, and I thought I was safe that no one knows me, but I forgot I was wearing a hot dog costume, and they kind of knew immediately it was me.
Wasn't it also a Luby's?
It was also a Luby's.
Colby asked me what I did at the gas pump. I just filled my car up.
Really?
You sure?
Nothing else.
My buddies and I broke into an old fort that's now like a tourist attraction. It was like 3 a.m. We were celebrating the Red Wings, you know, in the playoffs, having a good time. And we decided to take all the firewood in the fort, and we just spelled out "Go Red Wings," and just left.
That's sick.
And we were like, what do you think they thought the next morning when they walked in? Were they like, oh, someone came in and did this? Like, we didn't do anything bad.
Some kind of vandals.
I'm pretty sure it's like government-owned land at this point, so if we would have gotten caught, I think we would have gotten in some pretty big trouble. But, you know, it was pretty innocent to just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Back to Vegas.
Surveillance footage showed a woman breaking through a window and unlocking the front door before proceeding to enter the property's viewing room and wheel a coffin outside. She apparently dumped the body in the coffin outside the funeral home, and after that, she left the coffin and fled the crime scene. Can you imagine? She claims So, okay, around 3:30 a.m., 911 received a report of a body lying in front of the Affordable Cremation and Burial. Authorities rushed to the scene and identified the deceased remains. They learned that the body had arrived at the funeral home a week earlier, and they had a viewing before being stolen and thrown outside.
There wasn't an empty coffin she could have stolen?
Well, she claims that she remembers absolutely none of it.
Oh my God.
She didn't even steal it.
She on Ambien?
I think she was drunk, David. I think she was on that Hennessy.
Damn.
She's gone off the Henny.
What if she was gone off that Hypno?
That's some weird drunk behavior to break into a cremation place.
That's enough to
What if you come to at that point and you're like, hold on, what's going on?
Can I say something?
It's a podcast, Dave. Yeah.
I get that, like, the idea behind this particular burial place is that it's like affordable, but the name just feels a little cheap. I guess that's the idea, but the Affordable Cremation and Burial. Like,
Well, is it worse than the place in what's the Texas coast town I went to? Galveston. Headstone World?
Headstone World.
Really?
Headstone World.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of headstones.
Yeah, it's a bit cheery for what you're there to purchase.
They have like a Willy Wonka figurehead who like comes out and like,
Yeah. Actually,
come along, look around, and find out what you're going to be buried next to.
It's good.
it's pretty good.
I like
And then he
it.
does a little flip like Randy does.
Andy Cooper makes a good point. Maybe she thought it was a Yeti coffin cooler and she thought it was filled with beers.
She's just looking at
Classic
gas and beers.
mix-up.
Yeah, that happens a lot
That would be such.
at the affordable coffin.
That'd be such a
store.
bummer to think that you're getting a triple hops brewed Miller Lite and you slam that thing open and it's just a dead body.
I feel like
It's a tough surprise.
desecrating a corpse like that is a felony in most states.
It's got to be a crime.
So we've got trespassing.
Theft.
We've got theft over. I mean, what's a coffin cost? I mean, it's affordable,
But
but
coffins
not cheap.
not
Probably
cheap.
$800 or more.
Sure.
Dude, coffins are expensive. You have to. If some people like start putting money down for them beforehand. If I die, I don't want to be buried in a coffin, man.
You put me in a little Folgers tin, and I'll be fine with
You
it.
just bury me under the Gucci store.
Yeah, dump me off over a lake.
Titty baby?
What'd you call me?
2 Chainz, right?
Titty boy.
Titty boy.
Not titty baby.
Why do they call him Titty
Did
Boy?
I say baby?
I thought you did. I don't know.
I said titty boy.
Titty baby's what Randy's always calling me.
Titty boy.
It's true.
2 Chainz.
We'll spread you in Lake Como, Will. That's the only place you'll ever be happy again, according to the stream yesterday.
It's true. Someone called out that I uttered the phrase yesterday on the podcast, quote, while I was trying to enjoy myself in Lake Como. And they're like, that is just a really insufferable way to say something.
Yeah, you were trying.
Dude, I was trying to enjoy
It was a
myself.
tough day. Trying to catch a break. Posted up by the lake.
Just can't even enjoy myself here.
You can't come back from stealing a body in a coffin. Like that.
She didn't steal. I think this is more innocent than like what it leads you to believe. Like I think that she just might have been off that hen
But-
and just decided to get wild.
Isn't like I don't remember it the best defense you can come up with though? Like maybe she. I don't know.
To
Hopefully,
her credit, she didn't like she wheeled it out. To her credit, she didn't like try to go down the street with it. What if she had gotten in the coffin after wheeling it out and like rode that bitch down the middle of the strip?
just ghost ride it.
Yeah,
Like Jackass in the shopping carts.
yeah.
You could lose the coffin.
That's tougher.
Did the body fall out of the coffin like coffin flop?
I
She
didn't
had to
rig,
have tipped it over.
I didn't rig shit.
It is affordable. It could be shit wood.
Coffin flop for me is the #1 skit to show somebody to find out whether or not they will
Yeah.
enjoy the show.
It's a vibe check.
If you're a coffin flop person, welcome to the show. If you're not, it's time to move on.
Finally got a hit on Corncob TV. Dave.
Didn't you show people I think you should leave and you started with a weird ass episode?
He made me start with Carl Havoc.
That starting with Carl Havoc is like the move.
Dave got me sucked in
Really?
Okay.
to the show.
Oh,
Worded.
For normal people, that's worded fine, but you guys are just
He got me sucked in.
yeah.
I feel like that's still worded weird.
I didn't
even
say
if it's
sucked
not-
off. I
even-
said got me sucked in.
okay.
God.
Fucking human vortex
All
ball
right,
over
let's just
here.
move on from that.
No,
one.
it was Barrett and Laurel. It was New Year's Eve. We went back to their place, and I put on an episode of I Think You Should Leave, and it was not the right time nor the right place, and
It's a delicate balance of
yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. What is YT Bernie talking about?
There's just some new show,
There's an English teacher show based in Austin.
It's like a CBS show or something like that. I don't know. Heard it's woke.
No, it's okay. So it's not a reality show, or is it?
We're not woke, right?
No, it's a mind virus. Randy's always saying. Randy's always like, dude, stand back.
Did you see Conor McGregor's running for prez?
Yeah.
Conor McGregor
Not here.
In
in
Ireland.
Ireland. He's famous enough to win,
He is.
but I don't want that guy running my country
Why not?
because he's a wild ass.
He doesn't apologize to anybody.
He's unhinged.
So he's never fighting again. That's just not going to happen.
That's fine though, right?
I'm fine with it. I
Yeah.
don't
How
wanna
many?
see
What's
it.
his record in his last like 4 fights?
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah, like I would care if he was like undefeated and he wasn't going to fight again, but like he kind of has lost his luster on that front.
It's a situational comedy. Thank you, Bernie. I love a good situational comedy.
I'm just not watching that.
No, I got too much loss to get through. And now I'm starting industry, maybe.
You're not.
It's
The
everywhere.
more I think about it, yeah, I don't think Dave he doesn't take our recommendations
No,
seriously.
he
I
does
kind of
not at
I
all.
respect it honestly.
That's not true. I take recommendations to heart.
I have a theory that you refuse to watch Dave with Lil Dicky because it's called Dave. He stole the name of your TV show.
He popped up on a Rich Homie Quan song I was listening to yesterday. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, let's save that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, great song. It's so much that we have recommended you so many shows that you decided to just go and watch Lost, a show that no one is watching.
No one's watching it, but it is a historically well-watched show.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly groundbreaking.
It took
I would
over
say,
for a
I would
while.
say it is groundbreaking.
I was
based
so
on what I've
sick of
seen.
people talking about it though.
Yeah. I get it.
To be fair to you, Dave, most of the shows that I recommend that you watch are not actually like prestige television. Most of the time I walk in being like, guys, season 40 of the challenge. Come on, it's time to get in.
So I would love to do that, but I feel like there's so much backstory on characters, and,
No.
and I'm just like,
No, Dave. The pre-episode of this season, season 40 of the challenge explains all the drama, so you know going in. You got all the heavy hitters because they dropped the bag on everybody. So anyone who's anyone is on this season. They should have gotten Theo Vaughn though.
oh, he might be too big for
He's
that.
too big.
I know, but it would have been great. But like they got CT, Bananas, they got the whole crew in there.
I saw a tweet complaining about Anissa, about how like her storyline's been the same thing since she got her back surgery or something. I don't know.
Anissa ain't gonna win the challenge anytime soon.
Okay.
She usually gets pretty far though. Usually gets pretty far. Speaking of going far, what if I told you you could go to the Beyond?
Ooh, baby.
The Bourbon and Beyond. It's not next week, right? It's the week after next week.
That sounds right.
Okay.
It's September 19th to 22nd.
At the Highland Festival grounds at Kentucky Exposition Center in Louisville?
You talking about the world's largest music food and bourbon festival?
I am, yeah. You mean the, I'm really talking about the unique immersive festival experience that includes some of the best music talent in country music, Americana, classic rock, alternative rock, roots, blues, bluegrass, and adult contemporary.
And boy, that's no joke because the lineup is sick.
Are you a little worried about getting over your skis a little bit with these bourbon tastings?
Yes,
Okay.
I am gonna have to really monitor my bourbon intake as I run from stage to stage. Yes.
We got Zach Bryan, Cody Jenks, Dave Matthews Band, Sting, Beck, Tedeschi Trucks Band, Tyler Childers, My Morning Jacket. We were listening to some Matchbox 20 in the office yesterday.
Mount Joy.
All right, come on, are you going to go next week, dude?
I'm gonna just wait for bourbon.
They're in town a week from today. Just go see them, dude.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Moody Center.
You don't like paying $23 for a beer?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I guess we'll just wait and see them at Bourbon and
I'd rather
Beyond.
drink bourbon with the boys.
We're staying at the Louisville Marriott downtown. Shouts to them. Very excited about it. Downtown, right in the thick of everything.
Don't tell people where we're staying, man. People are gonna be like showing up. Like,
Good.
For
Show
autographs.
up. Show up.
For autographs.
What, you think it's going to be like an away soccer match? Like where like the listeners show up and keep us up all
They're
night?
gonna be calling our rooms.
The dumb fucks are going to show up and try to make us tired?
One of the artists is staying at our hotel. They walk out and they're like, "What? You're not here for me?" Like, no. Our favorite podcast is staying here too.
Yeah.
They have little microphones for us to sign.
Waiting for Dave to walk out. He's my favorite.
D-Man. Dude, man. When touching base, broke my heart. So happy y'all are back.
So long ago.
For more information on Bourbon and Beyond, please visit bourbonandbeyond.com. They believe in quality over quantity, so please drink responsibly. There's a link to purchase tickets in the description of the episode. Can't wait to see you there. I am a little stressed that we're about 24 hours away from kickoff, Michigan, Texas, and I have exactly 0 plans for this game.
You know,
What's the move?
I'm gonna throw this out there, Will, and do with it whatever you will. Your house is a great place to watch a game.
Yeah, but just to pull back the curtain a little bit, there are 2 people in my house right now who are very sick, and then the other person in my house is just getting over being very sick.
Okay.
So I'm actually penciling myself in to acquire this probably tonight, and then wake up tomorrow with like 103-degree fever.
You should go to one of the wellness places and get just like the full IV drip.
I think I'm just gonna get a hotel room downtown and just chill there for the weekend.
I did that during COVID when I thought I was exposed.
It's a baller move. I think you just wanted to get out of the house for a couple days.
Honestly, I walked down, got pizza on Rainy, went home, went to the hotel room, went right to bed, nothing in between.
There's a new viral burger in Austin, Texas that Randy's been chomping on.
I had about 3/4 of it.
You didn't finish it?
I didn't finish it.
Too much?
The NADC burger that everyone's talking about.
It was good. It wasn't amazing, great. It wasn't like the Leroy and Lewis burger. I think that's a really good burger.
Interesting.
What does it say about me when people start like doing an insane glaze of a burger and stuff that it just makes me want to try it even less? I'm just like, all right, I'm sure it's the best burger of all time.
I still need to try the Bills one. You're the one that glazed that one.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one. I'm gonna say it's the best of all time, but like in Austin, for me, it's a top 5 burger.
Which one?
Bill's Oyster.
Still need to go there.
Well, next time we go to a Bob Weir show at Moody Theater downtown,
I don't miss
I'll
one.
take you to Bill's. If my old roommate's there, he might give us the employee discount,
Okay.
and I'll buy you a cheeseburger.
Might get a hat too.
I'll get you exactly 1 Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
Oh, glad.
You know they have Miller High Life there.
I didn't. I've never been.
Very
changes things.
very few places that have very few places that have Miller High Life these days in Austin, Texas.
There. Okay.
I'm a high life living the low life, brother.
No, what's he talking about? What's
The
Leo
fur
H
burger from Coochie's. I don't know. I've never been to Coochie's. Dave, have you?
No, that was that
The
Italian
fur burger. Come
place
on.
you were recommending on your Track House stream.
Leo, that's a little horny for 11 a.m., brother.
I need to do some work on this coffee. Randy, what's the percentage at on the AI?
Beep, bop, boop. Yeah, 50%.
I'm not at 50. Actually, with the ice, I could be.
You questioning AI?
Dude, Beyonce last night, she put up an Instagram post
Oh.
and it got tagged as utilizing AI. She deleted it and reposted it this morning. And I really want to know what happened there.
No way.
To pull back the curtain, I'm not trying to expose Beyonce. I used a photo of her one time on Scaries, and that post is the only post that I've ever gotten tagged as AI on Sunday Scary.
Where does it say?
At the top, like, you know where it usually says the location? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Like,
Even for the biggest pop star in the world.
Is
maybe
that-
second biggest.
Does that mean people like turn her in, or is there some kind
No.
of like algorithm who
it's an algorithm.
figures it out?
It's an
Okay.
algorithm.
The AI police.
You can turn it, if you actually make something with AI yourself, you can turn on like, hey, this was made by AI, and it'll tell
Okay.
people, which I think people might do so they don't get called out for trying to do it.
That's a tough look.
Like, you know Billy Strings?
I don't know the
bluegrass guy, though?
Personally, no.
Like, he had they contracted out an artist who used AI to make all the merch for a leg of his tour. And
Is he upfront about it?
he like Billy Strings, like once he realized what was going on, he like did a whole thing being like, I'm sorry, we obviously don't condone this. He's a Michigan boy.
Beyonce has more followers.
Is he the guest picker this weekend?
No, who was Dylan? Was it you saying that like Will Ferrell's going to be there in Ann Arbor?
Yeah.
What? Did we ever figure
That
out
was
what?
Michael Phelps.
Phelps is the guest picker.
He went to Michigan though.
Why is Will Ferrell? Who's USC playing this weekend? Why is Will Ferrell going to Texas, Michigan?
I don't know. Maybe he's got something to promote and he wedged his way in.
When game day comes to Texas this year, which they will, because Texas will be undefeated deep into the season, and they're going to have a big game against Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the top person to get for the game day picker?
I mean, they're running back McConaughey and Glenn Powell over and over again.
You have to do Glenn, I think. I think Glenn's a better get right now than McConaughey.
Glenn was at he did it for, I think, Texas OU last year.
Okay.
Or maybe it was 2 years ago. Because
McConaughey's still a bigger name.
He put on a fake blonde mullet wig for Quinn, so it must have been 2 years ago.
But I don't think McConaughey moves the needle as much as Glenn does for people right now.
You're right.
Depends on what demo you're talking about.
Yeah.
And also,
He's the next McConaughey. He passed the torch as like the hot Texas fan actor.
I need to come up with like a short list of things that will be the serious role that Glenn will win his Oscar for. It's going to happen eventually.
oh,
Or he's going to play. He's going to go serious at some point and do some type of like really hardcore weight loss or weight gain or something for a film. It's going to happen.
Game Day was at Texas twice last year, right? Because I did TCU.
I heard Doug Dimmadome is going to be the guest picker.
That's when I was at the Doug Dimmadome, and they had Spieth as
Texas
the guest picker.
TCU is a game day.
Yeah.
I guess TCU
That was
coming off the
Scheffler.
natty appearance.
No, that was a huge game.
Scheffler and Spieth are players too.
I skipped the second half and went to Kanji.
Oh, I skipped to go dove hunting.
They lost to
makes
TCU
sense.
in that game.
That makes sense. That was 2 years
I told
ago.
Sally, I was like, we have a Kanji reservation at 9 p.m. I think like we were sitting at the game, and I was like, I don't think they're like. I think if they lose, we're going to be pissed that we sat here for the second half. I think we should just go there. If they win, we're happy. If they lose, then hey, at least we didn't waste our time, and we're full of jerk chicken.
It's a good consolation.
Yeah,
belly full
mid-November
of
jerk
dirt.
chicken on a cold night in Austin, Texas hits so good.
Yeah, I can't argue.
Scotty might be the biggest name.
Oh, chef.
It's Glenn Powell.
It's Glenn. For
having a
celebrities, it's Glenn. I think Scotty would be an awesome guest picker, though.
What plays better with the game day crowd? The athlete alum or the actor alum?
The actor. He's got more charisma.
I feel like Scotty sneaky got more charisma than we think. Definitely more than Jordan.
Scotty's not going to talk any shit well in the match against Brooks and
I don't know, man.
No, he's a crook, felon. He was arrested.
it's true.
Never convicted. Charges dropped. Take it back.
I take it back.
Who's that dude? Who's that golf dude that I have muted on Twitter?
Use golf facts.
No. He's like generic golf guy on Twitter. He's got decent tweets, but I just got sick of seeing him because I didn't follow him, so I muted him. But he did a breakdown of how much Scotty Scheffler made per shot this year, and it was like an absurd amount. And then somebody made the comment like he should have taken more shots if he was making that much.
That's good. That's a good comment.
Right? Huh?
Yeah.
You get it?
Said nobody ever to me. I don't need more shots.
Yeah,
right?
bro. If you're going to a bar this weekend and you have to go buy a round of shots, what are you picking up?
I don't remember the last time I did
I'm
that.
going tequila.
Yeah, I'm just going tequila.
Silver
too.
tequila.
I'll keep it simple. I'm not doing like a mind eraser, whatever people are doing.
No,
Randy, you get that pick?
we don't sit on this podcast live and talk trash about mind erasers.
Or a kamikaze.
I'm hitting them with the fireball.
Look at this pick real quick.
Oh, okay.
The green tea shots are like the biggest ones right now. You talking about this pick?
That boy.
What? Johnny Dallas? Johnny Upside Down Dallas?
He said nobody informed him that Aloha Friday at his office was canceled. It doesn't explain the upside down Dallas hat.
Can we play? We were just talking about liquor. Can we play that clip
Yeah, let's
from the
talk-
Dallas
yeah,
food
yeah.
blogger?
I love what Mike is doing. That almost looks like a fake upside down Dallas hat.
Is Michael wearing an RG shirt?
I've never seen it on a dad cap before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
it-
was thinking. I kind of hate it on a dad cap even more.
Is this the most swagless version of the Upside Down Dallas hat?
Yeah.
The idea that Micah might have bought a fake upside down Dallas cap is my favorite.
He got it made like custom. For
He is
himself.
Johnny Dallas though.
He is.
Yeah, let's play that video. So a listener sent this to us.
Well, we had a
Shout out to
conversation
her.
on the track house yesterday about about different tequilas. We were talking Lalo, Clase Azul.
Lalo's great. But this happened in Dallas, speaking of, good segue, from an Instagram account, Blondes Who Eat, which I always say are the best blondes.
Real eaters.
Love them. But let's just hit play. This is good.
Because I just got home and tomorrow I feel like I just won't care anymore. We went to dinner here tonight in Dallas, and I'm not going to say the name of it because the food was exceptional. But when we got the bill, normally I don't look at bills. I'm just like, yep, sounds good. Here's my card. I like in my head knew that we only got like $150 worth of food. The food was great. So how did we get to $530? Let me tell you. And I'm doing this because I just need justification, or like if this is normal. Haley and I got Lalo Blanco skinny spicy margaritas, right? $14 plus prep, $3. But I was like, what's prep? And he was like, oh, it's the shaking of the margarita. And I was like, you charge $3 to shake the margarita? So our Lalo Blanco margaritas were $17. That's fine, right? Just put $17. Don't put prep. So then we go further down, Fortaleza Blanco, $32. Okay, great. It's fine. Some drinks are $32. The prep for that specific one was $13. $13 to shake the margarita. Then Casa Dragones Blanco, 3 of them, $28. Her prep was $15. And then she got a double, which was $22. $75 drink. $75 drink. Oh, what? Pretty bad, right? So yeah, I just needed to do this.
How do you not tell us the restaurant?
That's the comments were really, really.
Is there anyone in the
anyone
comments
figure it
that are
out?
guessing? Can you scroll down,
Yeah,
Randy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
see? Because like, I would feel like such a shithead as the waiter bringing a tab that said that it was a $3 prep for a martini or $12, whatever it is.
I am not a pushback guy when it comes to like arguing bills. I would throw a fit.
Yeah.
I would talk to the manager. Like that's unbelievable.
She needs to say what this place was. To charge what is so you're only paying for the alcohol, and depending on how you do it, like, yeah, just thank you, Seth. Just hide the charge.
I appreciate her for putting this out there, because the more people who like talk about it and shame a place like this, it's got to get changed. That is unbelievable.
That screws over the waiter more than anybody too,
Yes.
because like people just get pissed and take it out on you, and then your tip is lower. Like I would never work at somewhere like that.
A prep fee.
I had a woman one time complain that between the time that she sat down for lunch and when lunch was served to her, it was 45 minutes, and she threw a fit. And I looked at her and I was like, "What? I'm not making the food.
Yeah.
I know I'm treating you well. Customer's always right." I went and I was like, whatever. She went and found the guy whose name was on the restaurant, who was there that day, and she talked to him about me taking too long with their meal. And I was like, are you kidding? And he looked at me and he just goes, take it. Just take it right now. Go over and apologize. And then he grabbed my arm and he brought me into this like side area, and he just looked at me and he goes, fuck her. Don't worry
Good.
about her,
That's a
dude.
good
And I was like,
manager.
I thought he was going to fire me. And he was just like, don't worry about her, dude. There's awful people. There's terrible customers. Don't let them ruin your day.
Oh my God.
That's unbelievable. I've never heard of that in my life.
I gotta say, I bet their table was really fun. The list of drinks and the fact that like she's a blonde who eats.
That one girl went the fuck off.
Yeah.
She got 3 drinks and then a double.
I mean, what's going on?
$28.
No.
Were they doing it tableside?
It doesn't sound like.
Can you imagine sitting at the bar just being like, all right, I'm going to go, like, I got some time to kill before this concert. Let's go get a drink at this bar. Let's see if they have any seats open. You go, you get 1 martini, and you look and you're like, wait, what? You're charging me $12 to shake my drink?
But to sneak it in on the tab, it's like the menu clearly says it's a $14 cocktail. And
That's
then like,
tough.
oh, by the way, it's actually $17. And then you got tax and tip on top of that. And you're talking about a $14 cocktail turns into $22, $23. Bullshit.
This is big news, especially with the news that Austin's own Estelle is closed.
I'm happy about it.
I went through for about 15 minutes and read the comments, and there was maybe 2 positive ones, and the positive ones were like embarrassed to say they enjoyed that place, but everybody else was like, yeah, I like going to the bar across the street and just watching the worst people you've ever seen walk into this place.
Yeah. I mean, by all accounts, it was like a cool, vibey place.
Yeah,
I never went.
The space itself was cool, but
Yeah.
like
It
you
looked
walk in
very
there and you're
nice.
like, okay.
It's a very pretentious place.
It looks. I went to their Instagram and it did look very pretentious.
Aaron Ryan makes a good point here that she might be in the wrong because she's discussing her finances publicly.
I bet she doesn't do that typically.
I appreciate this blonde who eats for putting this out there.
Have you guys ever brought a bottle of wine to a restaurant where they have a cork fee?
Yes.
No.
Did you have to pay to have it?
What's the place that was over by Deep Eddy? It was a little house.
Yeah.
Something in Twig or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I've only been there once, Dave, and it was the Christmas party of Grand X after they let everyone go.
I thought that place.
As you can imagine, the vibes were crazy in there.
dude, that place is like tiny.
The second that dinner got over, Micah, Boo Boo, and I sprinted out of there and said, "We need to go have a drink somewhere else right now and like calm down after this night." Nothing bad happened, but it was just like none of us wanted to be there.
What did they call the fee again? Like a mixing fee? What was it?
Yeah,
Prep fee.
prep fee.
Unreal. I've never heard of that in my life.
I'd walk up to the bartender and just be like, "Do you really think this is how we're doing this?"
Like, really?
The bartender's probably like, "Dude, you think I have anything to do with this?" But I'm like 4 martinis deep. Like, dude, what's your
Fuck
problem?
that place. I hope that place goes under. I really do.
Do you have any
Fuck that.
guesses what it could be? Like, what are the most ridiculous restaurants in Dallas?
I looked at all the ones that had been tossed out and I didn't recognize any of them.
Carbone?
Somebody said the Rustic and I knew it wasn't. That's Pat Green's place.
Carbone wouldn't
it's
do
not
it
the
because
Rustic.
like Carbone's too popular to have that kind of.
No, that would have gotten out by now.
Yeah.
No, it's being, I don't know. There's so many new like upscale Mexican American cuisine places that I don't recognize the name, but it sounds really good.
Seth is saying the corkage fees are ridiculous. Like, I want him to tell us what a ridiculous corkage fee is because I don't really know what to expect. I was talking about this with someone recently, like that it seems like a good move, but like you don't want to go pay for a bottle of wine and then pay $40 for a corkage fee.
Is it really that?
Sometimes it's like $40.
Holy shit.
I did it one time and it was $30, but the bottle of wine we brought in was not nice, and we were just like, well, we're still saving a ton of money right now.
Yeah.
So like I don't really give a shit. But I would like to know like what a ridiculous one would be. I'm kind of done. I don't want to sound like Sam Taylor right now, who famously talked about this recently on her podcast, but I don't really care to order a bottle of wine at a restaurant at this point. It's a lot of wine to drink. I need one single glass with dinner and I'll be a happy boy.
I'll take down a bottle.
I can't do it. I can't take down a whole bottle.
I'm a whiny boy, though.
Yeah, it's true. Do you
guy's
spit or
different.
swallow?
I just drink it.
No one's doing hat tips to their trailer episode like I do.
Yeah. I'm shocked by this still. It's bothering me.
We should do a Dallas meetup and go to the place once it gets outed.
I would like someone to
Name
go.
names.
If you go there, I would just dine and ditch.
I would be like, I'm flat out not paying this. Take it off the tab.
Luckily, I married someone who wouldn't put up with this. She would know the manager's name within 5 seconds.
What happened, Dave?
James, who is watching the stream, who's in the comments, is texting me like shows on Netflix.
He loves texting during live streams.
I guess
Intern Klein was texting me during Trackhouse yesterday.
He wants us to talk about it.
I don't mind a track house text, but
Intern
this is
Klein,
a different
he said, "Do not read this on air."
This is my version of posting Instagrams during the mid pod. He just wants to be talked about.
He said, "Dude, Rebel Ridge on Netflix is incredible."
Rebel Ridge.
Thank you, James.
Out
He just
Rebel
wants
Ridge
to
way.
shout out on the stream.
Yeah, he
Got
does.
it.
Do you think Avery Tomasco, when he was in high school, his buddies called him Sauce?
Yes, Barrett. That
Tomasco.
Sam Taylor is a Mato Ranchos girl.
Yeah, we got a DM from a listener recently, or maybe just a tweet that said that we have ruined him and he can't say it the regular way anymore. And
true.
I am the exact same way. When we were at my in-laws' wedding, and like the family loves Matt's, I said Matt El Ranchos and was like, I am so sorry, Matt's El Rancho. But it rolls off the tongue really nice.
Yeah, she's on to something.
Hey, since James is texting me, I'm gonna do more of this during small business. But look, our friend James has been looking for a job, and he is first of all, he's an Oregon grad. Don't hold it against him. Oregon's a great school, I guess. I don't know. He's a partnerships manager and a content strategist.
He also has great calves.
He's got great calves.
Sounds like we should just hire him.
He's, his skills include empathy-led client services and partnerships from pitch to close, which is huge. So he lives in Austin. He's a grinder.
He's a good guy.
Good style.
He has aura.
He'll text you when you're in the middle of a live show.
He has aura.
But if anybody out there has a company that's looking for someone, I've got his resume here. It's a good resume. I've got to say, he's got it all on one page, which you love to see.
I've got a little project for Sunday Scaries that I'm tasking James with helping me with. We're having a Guinness over it next week.
I like that.
You got to feed the fam, dude.
Got to, dude.
I want all my boys to make it, even if it's before me.
What I like about
He's a
James
freelancer.
is that he's used data-driven insights to forecast and refine campaign strategies.
We need this company to work out long term because I never want to write a resume for the rest of my life.
I gotta say, this looks like something we could use at some point.
I know.
I just don't know. Anyway, if you have any interest in hiring James, email me, dave@washedmedia.com. I can forward you the resume.
When I tagged you in a tweet or in a text yesterday, Dave, did it tag you as David or Dave in the text? Like when you tag someone, does it acclimate to their phone or does it show up on?
I've always wondered.
Because
What did you tag me in?
I was tagging you to where I said odds that you dress like Blake from The Bachelor for Bourbon and Beyond. He's wearing the sleeveless shirt that says "Good things happen to those who pet dogs."
Ugh.
Do you know how many people have pet dogs before? A lot.
Sometimes I reach out and pet dogs.
Reach out and pet dogs. That's what he's doing. Oh my God.
Will, when are you doing a Goodles on Trackhouse?
It tagged me as David. You're right.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I have you with your birth name. What's a Goodle? I'm looking it up. Do you know what it is, Randy?
I don't know. I know what Gator wine is.
Gatorade and Boone's Farm
Just wine.
or Sutter Homes, whatever it is. I mean, I'll drink one of those. That's probably fine. It's just a lot of sugar.
Goodles. Like, aren't those just like a brand of noodles?
That's oodles.
Oh.
What's your favorite noodle shape?
That's a really good question.
I don't like penne.
Oh, we're talking that. I thought we were talking about like little kids macaroni. You know, you can get like the Mario macaroni.
Like Spider-Man.
Oh, were you guys
SpongeBob.
traditional Kraft mac and cheese, or were you a Velveeta shells and cheese?
We mixed it up.
There's only two. I mean, there's only two ones when you're that age, you know.
Velveeta shells and cheese goes crazy hard.
My sister was a big Velveeta shells and cheese guy, and but I was more of a traditional Kraft. But you know, when she won that fight, I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
I started putting buffalo sauce in my mac and cheese like 8 years ago, and it changes everything.
He's clarified here. It's a Guinness and a cup of noodles.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't need it.
Give me rigatoni. I think we talked about this last week.
Rigatoni.
What's Tony Riggin?
It's a funny one. It's a fun one to say. Not fun.
Rigatoni's. I feel like good
Penne.
rigatoni's really good, but like if I made rigatoni, it would suck.
Penne is my jam.
You guys like these little
Tubes?
tube shapes, you know?
I'm a tube
What is
boy.
it? What shape?
I'm a tube boy.
Matuba.
I heard you like angel hair.
Somebody hated angel hair.
I don't love pasta that's hard to eat. Like spaghetti, I mean,
Why is it hard to eat? Because you can't spin it?
I can spin it, but it's still you still can't keep it still falls. It does. It does.
It does.
No one you can't do a perfect spaghetti bite and it all stay right up on the fork once you spin it.
Not everyone's perfect.
I have a pair of shorts that I
Well, most of
brought
them.
on vacation with me, and I busted them out on like the, I don't know, second to last night so I could wear them again. And they were stained both with pasta sauce and Campari.
That's hot.
It's like, dude, I was fucking living that night.
This guy was on one.
This guy was being Italian.
This guy
that
went
night.
to Italy for sure.
You guys are so European pilled because I'm probably going to go ramen or maybe even chow mein if I'm going noodles.
You like those weird, slick, clear
The
noodles.
clear noodles. I
Dude, those are
love
creepy,
clear
dude. Those are
noodles. They're
creepy.
so good.
I don't know why. They remind me of like a deep sea,
made
like
of rice?
worm.
What's it made of?
Maybe sweet
Ooh,
potato? I'm not sure. I
White
don't
Bernie
know.
might be right here. Pappardelle.
Oh, it is white Bernie.
He clarified it's YouTube Bernie.
No, it's White Bernie.
Okay.
It's not YouTube Bernie.
That's what he said on the stream.
That's what he said, yeah, on Trackhouse, yeah.
They used to call me Mr. Rigatoni.
Really?
What was that Subway commercial? There's a Subway commercial, and they're like, they used to call me Mr. Spicy Rigatoni. Like, what?
Oh, and it was the real big guy who lost a bunch of weight.
I don't know. Oh, Jared?
Yeah. He's in jail.
Do you think he's in a fantasy league? I don't want to even know what his fantasies are.
What do you win?
Cigarettes.
Cigs? Toilet wine?
What's the hottest commodity in jail? Cigs?
Cigs.
How do you get a lighter?
I bet cell phone access,
Well, yeah, for sure.
which you can get in prison.
The closest experience I have to going to prison is watching
KJ?
the night of.
That show
That was a good, yeah.
That was a good first episode.
One of the goated pilots for any TV show ever, and it
fell off a
the rest of
steep cliff.
that show just sucked.
Fell off a steep cliff.
It was like
Most-
hey, every Sunday night, it was like, hey, let's see how miserable I can be for the next
yeah,
45
maybe they
minutes.
redeemed themselves this episode, finally, episode 5, and they just didn't.
Hey, let's see how little they can move the plot along in one single episode.
It was terrible.
It was great acting by all the people involved, but the storyline just
The
sucked.
first episode, you got everybody sucked in.
I don't even know how it ended.
So you worded
Doesn't
that
matter.
one right.
Doesn't matter.
Shout out
other
to
way was
Riz
weird.
Ahmed though. He's been rapping.
KJ's in the chat.
What's KJ doing?
KJ.
Gotta holla at my
Careful.
rigatoni. I didn't say it. We almost got canceled.
I didn't know
I
KJ
clicked on
was
the
in
wrong
the chat.
Twitter video before the live went
Don't
live.
even describe it.
That would have been bad.
Yeah.
Elon's got to clean it up.
But do you have autoplay?
No, I thought it was a normal video. Like, I just clicked on it, and suddenly there's just the most severe of hate speech you could ever have. Like, what? I don't like that. I deleted the Twitter app from my phone for a little bit. I was spending too much time on it on vacation, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to delete it for now. Like,
Right.
I don't need to be on here.
You just went off the grid.
So if I'm tweeting, just know that it's real tweeter hours and that I'm sitting at a computer. I'm not saying I'm not going to get on Twitter, but I think I shouldn't spend my free time on it right now. I think I'll re-download it once this election's over.
It's just so good during sports. That has not changed one bit.
See, that's the game changer, Dave. I have not watched any sports since I've deleted it. And so it's going to be tough this weekend during college football to not hop on. Got to get those game day tweets off.
Got to. Game day's a juiced up tweet hours. Where like you throw something out there that's like, yeah, it's fine. It's a good tweet, but nothing you feel great about. And then you look down and you're like, wait, caught a little algorithm.
Dude,
here.
what's McAfee going to do this weekend?
Ann Arbor? With all those Jeters in town, McConaughey,
Jeets is in town?
Jeets, Michigan guy.
Will Ferrell?
Is there any part of you that's bummed you're not going to this game?
Of course. I would love to go to the big house at some point.
Yeah, hog. You think we're gonna get a McAfee hog reveal finally?
Finally.
I bet I'm surprised he didn't do it during the Ireland episode.
Yeah.
I could see him spinning that thing.
It's not just a reveal; it's a helicopter.
Helicopter. See, Tony P did some SpawnCon with Comcast Xfinity.
No.
Yeah, he did a full video about getting his internet set up. He went to the store and sat through an in-store presentation. Did
you hear the crazy fact about him? He said this on the Barstool show. So this is gonna blow your mind. He's a Democrat, but he likes Sopranos. Like, isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
He's just he's a different dude. You just don't see that very often. That's what he said.
It was like some big revelation.
He's Italian.
There you go.
The Shirley Temple King's Italian as well, Randy. Randy has a new op.
I don't know. I respect his ratings for Shirley Temples. He's clearly the king, and he's had plenty enough of them. But if he's going to give that Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato an 8-1. Are you kidding me, Shirley Temple King? I'm looking at you. That was not an 8-1. I enjoyed it, but not an 8-1.
You guys familiar with the Shirley Temple King?
No.
There's no one on social media right now with more moxie than the Shirley Temple King. This kid just goes to baller resorts, orders their Shirley Temples, and rates them, and he is not kind. If it's a good Shirley Temple, he will call it out. But like if you serve it with ginger beer instead of like ginger ale instead of Sprite, he'll call you out. If there's less than, I think, 3 cherries, he's either a 2 cherry guy or a 3 cherry guy, he will call you out. It's hardcore. Play one of his reviews.
Oh, damn.
Dude, this kid's going to grow up and be a full-blown announcer. Like, he's really good at what he does.
Let's see, let's just do the most recent one.
Looks like Seth MacFarlane.
Hey guys, this is Shirley Temple King, and I'm here at Trail 87 in West Dover, Vermont. Now, I gotta say, this is definitely one of the coolest chairs I've ever seen. It's made out of skis.
Cool chair.
Really cool. I'd like to have one of these like in my room.
Great hair on
Because
this
why not? They look really cool. But anyway, the Shirley Temple, beautiful color, 2 cherries. I think it might be a little light up here. Let me give it a little mix in. But as I'm stirring this, a lot of ice. I'm very happy to say that there is a lot of ice. So let's give this a try. Cheers, everybody. It is lemon lime soda, but there's a pretty good grenadine ratio. The only bad thing about this is that it is Sprite and it's missing 1 cherry. So with that, I'm gonna have to give this a 6.3 out of 10. Cheers, everybody. Have a good day.
It's fair.
Kid's got it.
I like the
fair.
top comment that just says, try Hennessy.
That kid's got it, man.
Dude, right? Like
Yeah.
I think he's got a future in this. But like all the places he goes, you just know that his mom and dad have baller jobs because it's like, oh, you're at this really nice resort drinking one of the nicest things you can get.
But yeah, I don't think that the gelato was not an 8-1.
Sorry, Randy.
I think Taco Bell paid him off, but it's fine.
I don't think he's doing under the table spawn con with Taco
I
Bell.
think he is. I wasn't. I was being honest. But if
I-
they want to pay me, I will definitely redo
Can I talk
my
about the
review.
logistics of your review?
Yeah.
Did
My socks weren't knocked off.
you bring it home and put it in the freezer? Or did you bring it home and then eat it immediately?
I brought it home and put it in the freezer for probably an hour max.
Okay.
Because I had already got my regular Taco Bell too. I'm like, well, I'm gonna eat my taco.
Yeah, I didn't want you to go home and immediately eat it before you ate your Taco Bell. Like
Yeah,
I wanted it to be structurally sound for you.
If anything, I did it the right way. I ate it as the dessert after a Taco Bell meal, how it's probably supposed to be enjoyed.
What was the Taco Bell order?
I did 1 soft shell taco. I did a chicken flatbread thing that they have. It's pretty good.
Hungry.
That sounds terrible.
And a like beefy, crunchy 5-layer burrito or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, I don't have a go-to order. I let the menu speak to me.
I
every
heard
single
rumors that
time.
they're bringing back some old menu items for like a limited time as like a heritage menu, and they might be bringing back my all-time favorite item from Taco Bell, the Mexi Melt.
Oh, is the Mexican pizza still on there?
I assume the Mexican pizza's still on
They
there.
brought it back.
Is that a Zocard play?
Oh, that's a good
No,
question.
it's not. No,
If I get Detroit style this weekend and I didn't have Detroit style earlier in the week, is that a different za? Please say.
we'll look at it.
Okay.
It's reviewed.
Yeah.
Being reviewed.
There's one thing that they should bring back. It's the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos. So good.
Oh yeah. Those
I
are
never
gas.
had any of those, but it honestly sounds really good. And
They're gas.
everyone that I've ever talked to has been like, that's the best item they've ever had. I don't like Doritos, though.
You want to hear the dumb guy thing I did yesterday?
Sure.
So Rhodes is taken to English muffins in the morning, and he ate probably a quarter of one, and he said, he's like, I don't want it, but I'll eat it after school. It's like, okay, we'll save it. And Alyssa's like, here, put this in the fridge. And I was doing something else, and I just got it on the plate, and I didn't even put it in a bag, and I just put it in the fridge. And then we were home yesterday, and he wanted it at like 5 o'clock. She got it out, and she's like, did you not put this in a bag? I was like, I did not. She's like, this is like a brick. She's like, he can't eat this. And Rhodes is like, what's wrong with my English muffin? And I'm like, your dad's a real dum-dum.
Dude, I like that he's a Nooks and Crannies guy, though.
A little honey on it, a little butter.
Is it a Thomas?
What's the other brand? Not Bay, but
There aren't other brands, dude.
no, he's not a Thomas guy. He's the other one.
Sally bought whole wheat English muffins the other day.
Oh,
They're not the same.
English muffins do go.
They don't
pretty
have the
hard,
nooks
man.
and crannies like the. I don't even know what kind of bread the other ones. It kind of is giving sourdough.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Bays. He's a Bays guy. I don't know what that means.
But I know that like you're a wheat bread guy if you're ordering a sandwich somewhere.
I am.
But can I say that like if you're eating an English muffin, it's got to be the white bread?
Oh, yeah, of
Okay,
course.
like it's wild to me that they even
No
the wheat
question.
ones are so mid.
If you order like people that bug me, if you go to like a cool sandwich spot and you get like a New York sub and you get it on wheat and not like the white bread or
I'm
something.
a white bread guy. Like I love white bread.
There's
I like wheat.
there's very little difference, I think, in how your stomach digests it.
What do you order for toast if you're at a diner?
Sourdough.
If they have sourdough, I'll go sourdough. I'll go rye on them once in a while just to keep them guessing.
Rye's so thick.
It's not that. It's
Is
just
it rye thick? It feels voluminous.
You mean dense?
I'm not a rye guy.
I don't know.
Do you like rye whiskey?
Sure. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Hey, Randy.
Wow, Will's finished.
Beep, bop, boop. We are 0% coffee.
Well, thanks to everyone who tuned in for Coffee
That
Friday.
was fun. I want to do this
Enjoy
more.
doing it. I think, I'll be honest, I think we should do most episodes completely live.
I do too. I
Maybe
like
not
doing
with the chat up.
comments.
It's kind of distracting with the chat up.
It
But
is.
sometimes we'll get a good comment to put up on the screen and talk through. I kind of enjoy it. It is a little bit distracting, but
All right, guys. It's been real. It's been special. It's been real special.
bye.
Closes only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Coffee's for closes only. Closes only. Coffee's for closes only.
Bing bang.